Crazy CNC machining. Crazy deals. Boom. Titans of CNC, and welcome to the Boombastic Show. This is episode 2 out of 6 episodes that are going to play out through the next couple days. And let me tell you, we've had some drama, we've had some excitement, and but at the end of the day, we're cutting chips and we're solving problems, we're making it happen, and we're bringing deals. And let's actually take a look in this machine, and I'll talk to my son Tyson real quick. Woo! Nice. A little bit of drama earlier with that 2-inch drill. If you guys didn't see it, go to episode 1, and we took this massive drill. I'm gonna grab this thing. Like, we're not playing, right? I told him this should be a hood ornament on his car right here. I'll let my son hold this bad boy. But took this drill and popped it right through a 140-pound piece of stainless, straight through, over a foot deep, out the other side. And we ran into a little complication, but at the end of the day, you know, it was live, right? It was live. So there's a little bit of, oh man. But at the end of the day, we're machinists, kept our cool, went to something else, solved that problem, restarted it, boom, right through, success, and it was amazing. Mm-hmm. Great job, brother. You killed it. Like you just kept that cool and made it all happen. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
A little bit of stress, but no problem, yeah. Right?
It's a way to open the show.
I mean, think about it. It's a live shot doing big things, right? If you're doing Boombastic, you can't do small things. We got to go and test the limits of everything, and you can see that's exactly what we were doing. So I'm going to put this back down. And now we're on the big SMX 3100 doing some 5-axis work, cutting some fins into this amazing part. And what is that? Is that the TE?
Yeah, Harvey 1 TE.
Awesome. So that's a Harvey 1 TE going right through there, big cuts. You can see how it's changing angles. I mean, just the beauty of this machine right there, using all the axes just moving, getting after it, big cuts. Mm-hmm. So good. If you guys don't know, I just want to say, hey, we actually have tooling gift cards at store.titansofcnc.com, and that is tooling cards for whatever tools you want from Kennametal. You get the cards 50% off, and it is absolutely amazing. And to talk more about the deals, I'm gonna bring in our special guest and my co-host, Mr. Dave Burgundy. What's up, brother?
Hi, how are you? It's great to be back.
I'm great, man.
Excellent.
I'm great. Amazing.
Now,
How was that drill?
That drill is incredible. I don't know if you saw it, but that's going to put a dent in whatever that's going to be right there. Some kind of part, I believe. Metal?
Absolutely.
Metal
absolutely.
It is.
Boom.
Awesome.
Well, so we'll maybe give away some stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Now,
I'm going to step back and I'm going to let Dave make it happen.
Appreciate that. Now, last time I was here, I promised a giveaway, did I not? And you should know by now, as America's second favorite newsman, I'm coming for you, Dan Rather, that I always keep my promise. And if I told you I'm going to give you something, I will, by God, give it to you. I promise. All right. So we're all about solving problems here at Titans of CNC. And if the problem that you have is you've never won anything, then I'm about to solve that problem for you. Now, if your name is Bill Stanwyck, you just won from our last giveaway. And what did you win? You won all of this. A mega prize pack from all of our partners. The Heimer amazing picnic set. So after you finish cutting chips, you can go eat some chips. You can drink some wine. This would murder somebody, but don't use it for that. Use it to open a bottle of wine. Trust me on that. I won't make that mistake twice. Okay, so Bill Stanwyck, congratulations, you're a winner of this epic prize pack. And stay tuned because we will be giving away more. Follow me over here, won't you? Now, if you want to win even more prizes, all you have to do to win something in the range of this is share the feed. So the feed that we have right now that you're watching, that I'm on, and my face is in your face on your internet device, hit the share button, and we're going to find you through the magic of the internet. And you might win a prize like this. The other thing we're giving away through this episode, these Titan Academy toolkits. One toolkit will go this episode. So there is a building block series for the mill, and there's a rocket series for the lathe, and whichever flavor you prefer, someone will win that. And all you have to do to enter this giveaway is tag a friend and comment, "I want that Kennametal toolkit." So, what do you have to do? Say it with me. Tag a friend, comment, "I want that Kennametal toolkit," and you might be a winner. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back over to Titan because they are going to continue to create this masterpiece of a part out of some kind of metal that I do not know the name of, using massive tools. Titan?
Oh man, oh man. Thank you, Mr. Dave Burgundy, the man, the myth, the legend, the money man. And he's going to be back later in the episode with crazy, crazy deals. So over here, we're showing you guys how to machine in a way that allows you to compete in this industry and make money for your families. And Dave is showing you how to spend less of that money because of the crazy deals that our industry partners give. And Tice, it's looking pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
Super cool. So we're just gonna go and we're gonna machine all those fins away and just keep moving right forward.
Yep. Just roughing them all out right now at the TE.
Now it's smooth sailing, right?
Yeah.
Smooth sailing. Now you got the TE just going, no problems. Awesome, awesome. You know, before our next guest, I just want to say, a lot of people ask, "Hey, Titan, how can we actually help you guys? We love that you're giving free education to our industry. Love everything that you're doing for the industry. And you guys know, we're doing the crazy deals. We don't take a cut from these deals because we want you guys to get all of the deals, all right? So it's all about you guys. But if you want to help us, please go down and actually grab this video right here and share it with as many people as you can and pass out the word so that other shops, other people can get inspired to actually start machining and get the deals. And with that, I'm going to invite my good buddy, Mr. Chris Wood, right back on here.
And we're back.
Ellison, baby.
And we're back.
Boom. How are you?
Good, man. Good.
Good, good. Hey, so yeah, we had some nice drama, but now we're just smooth sailing. We're doing some nice 5-axis work inside this machine right here, this 9-axis machine.
We are. It's
Yeah.
nice. It's very nice. And we love a bit of drama.
Woo.
We love a bit of
Woo.
Hollywood. We love it, right?
Because we solved that problem.
We did
I
solve
wouldn't
the
love
problem.
it if we didn't solve it.
That'd be
but, you know.
terrible.
I bet everybody was like scared. It was like everybody
was
at
one of
home was
those.
like, "Oh, what are they gonna do?" You know what I mean? And it's cool under pressure, solve that problem because in life you hit roadblocks and
You got to
you
get.
can't run away from them.
Nope. You got to
Can't turn that camera off. It is live,
Indeed.
indeed.
So when we were talking earlier, we talked about the machine, we talked about the 9-axis and what it can do, but I think a lot of people they wonder like why would I want to buy this machine? I could go buy a 3-axis mill, I could buy a 2-axis lathe for less money. Why would I go out and why would I buy this machine? And more drama.
Nice, nice.
Look at that! Look at that cut. Love it. So why would we buy this machine? And it all comes down, and you talked about it. It's making more money. How can we become more efficient with our process?
Yep.
And right now, in the shops out there, your biggest asset is your labor.
Yep.
But also your biggest challenge to find good guys is also labor. So the good guys that you have in the shop, guys or girls in the shop that you have running the machines, you want them to maximize their time and be as efficient and productive and as value add as possible. By combining operations, you can remove all of that setup, all that non-value add and put it all into the machine so that when your spindle's cutting, you're making money.
Absolutely.
And what do I mean by that? So for example, if you've got a lathe and you're gonna make this part on the lathe, right? You've got to come in, you've got to turn it, we're gonna drill it. Maybe we use some live tools for it. But let's say you're a job shop and the next day you have a different part to make. And then you're like, oh man, I need another one of those angled live tool holders. Well, that's another 4 or 5 grand, 6 grand, whatever I'm gonna spend on that. And then you got another part and you need 2 more of those angled live tool holders. And then you run out of turret positions and then you got to tear down your whole setup. But a machine like this one, the multi-process in that upper head, because you've got a tool changer, all you're changing out, if you want to go from a 1/2 inch drill to a 3/8 drill to a 5/16, whatever you want to do, all you're doing is doing a tool change.
Yep.
Same thing with your turning tools as well. You can keep dedicated, our big monster tools, our big drills, keep those dedicated down the bottom, but we could use that tool changer in combination with that true milling head, which is gonna allow you as a shop owner to basically save money, and you're gonna make more parts and make more money and become more efficient, and you're gonna be able to feed your families better and go on cool vacations and everything else that goes along with that.
Absolutely, man.
And you know that, you ran a shop, you owned a shop, you know that challenge of setup, and every time you move a part from one machine to another, you may scrap it. But it all comes down to the parts. And that's why, I mean, this machine, this platform is so well designed for job shop type environments where you've got to, hey, you know, one day you get a PO for this part, next day you've got to change it over, you've got to make something else, you need to be up and running as quick as possible. That's where this type of platform is really going to take advantage. And they go all the way down real small, like 8-inch chucks, and they go big, all the way up to 5-meter bed lengths and bigger with steady rest and more powerful spindles. So it all comes down to the part. That's kind of my thoughts on why this is a great tool. But
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, everything you just said, I agree with, and you got to get the machines working by themselves, producing a part in one operation. And I'll also add, like, when you're opping things out, inspection is much more difficult. You have a better chance to actually scrap those parts and stuff. But when you do everything in the same setup, it just works.
yeah, and that setup, talking about that chuck there, that is your work holding.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you had a square piece of block, an octagon, a triangle, round, your work holding is in the machine. So that part of that's taken care of, right? Yep. Whereas on a mill, you'd have to go and design some fixture for it, but you just use a chuck.
Boom. Everything, all of it.
Love it.
9-axis work.
9-axis.
Making it happen and stuff.
Indeed.
How is, when you look at the industry as a whole, how is it? Like, a lot of people are going for those 5-axis right now and the 9-axis and all these mill turns and stuff, because they're understanding.
They have to. It's the only way you're going to compete.
Yeah.
Because hypothetically, if you, Titan, own a job shop and you've got a whole shop full of these, and somebody down the road is making it on 2-axis lathes and 3-axis mills and having to move it around the shop and pay all that additional resource and wasted time, you're ultimately going to be more profitable. You can probably quote the job for less, but make a higher margin on your sales and be a hell of a lot more efficient with it as well.
Yeah.
And that's the trend. And these sort of high technology machines with the multi-process mill turns, the 5-axis machines that we're going to see tomorrow and Thursday, that's the direction of the future. And I think if you're really going to be a key player, even if you're all the way down a little shop starting up, all the way up to the big guys, you've got to look at taking on this technology and embracing it and running with it, because it's the future.
Awesome. And you guys got some crazy deals on these machines right now. So what is this machine? About 25% off?
I think up to 25% on certain models and machines. I think
the mill turns are right in that, you know?
I think so.
It's 30% off on the Education Titan package.
Yep.
I believe the mill turns are 25% off, and then select other machines are 20%
off those.
And while everybody else is raising prices, you guys are bringing the crazy discounts.
We are. We want American manufacturers, global manufacturers. We're obviously in America right now.
Yeah.
We want to help them succeed, win, compete, make money, support their families. I think the website's what, titansfordoosan.com.
Yep.
I think, so check that one out. Get on there, we'll get you some information on pricing, but it's, yeah, phenomenal machine, great technology, and ultimately reach out to Doosan, reach out to the distributors, Ellison or any of the other distributors, and see how we can help you out. We can look at your parts, help pick the right platform for the machine, and ultimately try and make you successful.
Oh, love
Indeed.
it, brother.
Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate
All right,
it.
thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for being here. And when it comes to the deals, titansofcnc.com/promo. You can check out all the deals right there. And again, Mr. Dave Burgundy will be back to actually show you guys how to actually make some money and save money and all of that. All right. So I'm gonna actually come in, and then we are gonna bring in Aaron Grill from LNS right now, and we're gonna make something happen. All right. Aaron, LNS.
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Good to see you. Problem solver extraordinaire, making it happen. Boom.
Yep. So
When
one
the-
thing that's kind of overlooked with buying this big, expensive machine tool is a critical piece is the mist collection. You're overlooking protecting your most valuable asset, which is your employee.
Absolutely.
So and
You wanna-
Doosan
we'll
has
go
done
ahead.
Doosan's done a good job with having a nice location for the inlet. That way you're pulling the mist away from the operator and making sure that the cabin's clear. And another benefit of mist collection would be keeping your shop floor clean and your equipment clean.
Absolutely. You know, one thing, mist collection, especially with COVID, with all of the different things and stuff, and we film, so mist collecting is huge. One of the things that I love about LNS and the mist collectors is that it's so quiet, right? A lot of these people, a lot of companies, they put it right on top of the machine, and they're loud, like, burp, you know? And these guys, they actually plumb it, and you also do the high pressure coolant.
Yep.
So it'll be in the back of the machine, and then they just piggyback on top of it. So we have the mist collector on the high pressure coolant, or on the, wherever it makes sense.
Yep.
You guys even have your own special stands
We've
and
got
stuff.
stands. We've got
Pull that.
a few that are on tip conveyors.
Yep.
So lots of mounting options.
Awesome. And then you guys have some deals too.
We do have some deals. So buy one mist collector and get the second one 50% off.
Awesome.
And then we also are including a free premium accessory kit with each mist collector purchase. And this premium accessory kit just kind of helps enhance the performance of the mist collector and then makes it easier for installation. And we're also giving away a free spray cabin, one of our new products that we just released. So sign up for that, and we're going to draw a lucky winner next week.
Woo, it's exciting. That spray cabinet, I'm excited about that. So you're basically blowing off the parts. It just sucks the water right in there.
Yep.
And
So
super
like
good.
when you're machining parts, and typically you take it out of the vise, and you're spraying off the mist, and it's going all over the floor. Well, we have a spray cabin that you can blow off the mist into the spray cabin itself, and then that way it keeps the floor clean and it protects your operators from breathing in those harmful fumes.
Cool, man. Cool. So how long you been with LNS?
Coming up on 4 years now.
4 years.
Yep.
Awesome. And I see a lot of shops, they got a lot of different machines, so you don't actually have to get a mist collector with the machine when you purchase it. You guys can actually build it and give it for pretty much any machine.
Yep.
Right?
They can go
Wire
on.
it right in.
Yep. You can go on any machine. They can go on during the purchase or 5 years after the purchase. We can run them via M-code. Lots of different options. Lots of flexibility with the installation.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Take care.
Super good, man. And I'm gonna call back in Mr. Dave Burgundy. What's up, Dave?
How are you?
How are you,
Titan?
man?
I'm
We're gonna
great.
do some Mastercam program. We're gonna do some machining. We're gonna do some different things. But I thought, you know what? How about we remind them of some of the deals, crazy deals.
That is a terrific idea.
Boom.
Boom.
All right, brother.
All right. So, deals. What is the last part? Deals. It'll come to me, don't worry. Let's get to the deals. The Titans of CNC Academy store at store.titansofcnc.com has 50% off those Kennametal tooling gift cards. in denominations of $1,000, $2,500, and $5,000. Now, this is a USA only promo, so go and get those because there is a limited quantity in there, 50% off, which I'm told is quite a bit of money. 20% off all shirts, posters, and everything else, and that deal is worldwide when you use code BOOMBASTIC at store.titansofcnc.com. Now, this giant, beautiful, bluish, I'm going to call it lavender-esque machine behind me. It's a thing of beauty, and I'd love to drive one of these to work every day, wouldn't you? I know I would. So these beautiful machines, now Doosan is doing 20% off some of the newest 5-axis machines, 25% off some of select mill turn and Y-axis turning centers, and up to 30% off the Titans of CNC training package. So, once they do that, you are going to save so much money on the mill, the lathe, and all of that. Now, that is US only and America, so make sure you go to titansfordoosans.com and get all of the full details there. One of the other things Doosan is doing is they are giving away a free Gerstner. Now, we saw that earlier, and it might be up on screen right now if my graphics guys are doing their job like they're supposed to. So, look at that beautiful, beautiful chest. You can put anything in there. Little bits of hair, fingernails, tools even, I mean, that's what I hear. So they're giving that away at titansfordoosan.com. SolidWorks is coming up, and I believe we're going to see that immaculate screen in action again where they're touching it and doing the things with their fingers. I'm very intrigued by that. That is the 3D Lean system, and right now it's just $150 for 90 days, and that's over a $500 savings. They're also doing a free upgrade when you buy SolidWorks today. Mastercam, who we'll hear from in a little bit, is also doing 20% off of multi-axis. They have their $160 Mastercam Education Suite that includes over 100 free posts to use in the Tech Exchange. Now, you can find information about all these deals at titansofcnc.com/promo. Kennametal's end mill deal is still going on as well. So these are some of our favorite tools, the Core 5, the Harvey 3, the Harvey 1TE, and the Harvey 1TE ball nose. Those are starting at $22. Now that's enough where you can go, I can afford both a pizza and an end mill. And what world can you say that in other than this one right here? They're also doing 70% off of tooling gift cards when you purchase a Doosan during the show. And that's pretty incredible. Kennametal is also doing a free giveaway. So all you have to do to enter these is go to kmt.co/boombastic and you could win an amazing gift card. Values, I can't tell you yet, but it's in the thousands. Make sure you go to kmt.co/boombastic for that. And Shunk. Shunk, our amazing work holding partner, they're doing 20% off of the Vero S packages and buy one, get one free on all of the Impact Series claw jaws. You don't want to miss out on that because, again, they're going to cradle that material like a ripened banana, gentle. You don't want to smash that banana. Have you ever had a banana that good where you go, I just want this banana. I don't want to crush it. Shunk will help you with that. Or metal. If you decide to put metal in a Shunk vise, that's fine too. But really, they're built for bananas. You can take that to the bank. All right, other deals. Blaser Swiss Lube has 20% off of their coolings and cutting oils for new 5-axis customers for their initial fills. And they're doing 20% off of their cleaners and accessories. Now, are you ready to come back and chat about some more metal cutting and that kind of stuff?
Oh, man.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Money, money, money. Money, money.
All right.
The money man.
Here we go.
Mr. Dave Burgundy. So right now, Tyson is actually running the tools, getting everything all dialed in. And then we're gonna keep machining and we're gonna actually go over the Mastercam programming. But in a minute, I just wanna go ahead and send it over to inspection. We have some crazy deals, plus we're gonna show you some high-level CMM techniques and just different inspection techniques, all right? So before you go, please, before I put you over to inspection, go ahead and share this video, like, comment, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. So I'm gonna send you over to inspection right now with Travis and the Mitutoyo team Then we'll come back over here and we'll go over some Mastercam programming and we'll continue machining the part. All right? Boom.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the inspection lab here at Titans of CNC in Flower Mound, Texas. We're excited to have you guys. This is our brand new inspection lab. I am Travis. I'm here with Jared Tangalo.
Ting-Lao, yep.
Ting-Lao, how you doing, my friend?
Doing good, how are you?
Good, good. Hey, so we're excited, like I say, to have you guys here. We know you've been doing some multi-axis work out there on the SMX, 9 axes, very impressive. We want to show you kind of something in a similar vein. Not quite 9 axes, right? But we do have a new building, a new lab, and behind me here we have a Krista Apex with a PH20 5-axis head. So, a lot of things to cover on this machine. We're only going to cover a couple, so we're going to jump right into it. So, Jared.
Yes.
5-axis head, right? Now, if you've ran other CMM machines, I've ran other CMMs, they can still move in 5 axes, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So what distinguishes this head right here from one of those other 5-axis heads?
So with this PH20 here, we can move it all simultaneously, all 5 axes, compared with the other CMMs where the probe head would move in 2 axes,
Yeah.
and then the machine then would come in and start measuring the part from there.
So from kind of like from a machinist standpoint, that would be like a 3+2 kind of programming,
Yep,
correct?
exactly.
Okay, so we're gonna have full simultaneous 5-axis movement,
Yep.
right? I think we have a demonstration of that maybe.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I think we're gonna just
started.
about, hold on, here we go. We're gonna come up and there she is. She's gonna make a nice little rotation.
Yeah, the nice little ballerina twirl there.
You got a little nutcracker action
Yep.
going on, right? So
Exactly.
Okay, so nice, fast speed. We're establishing our base plane there,
Yes,
correct?
we're doing a CNC alignment here so that it knows where the part's at,
Yeah.
so that it can start measuring around.
And there's another full 5-axis move right there, very impressive. So with the PH20 head, right, we have its capable, efficient movement, right?
Yes.
So we have the full simultaneous 5-axis movement. We also have what, infinite angle?
Yes, infinite angles.
Want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it basically rotates less than an angle and getting into hard places that we couldn't do in the older probe head.
So less than a degree, I think.
Yeah, less
right?
than a degree,
Yeah.
yes.
mhm,
Sorry
Okay.
about
So I know, like on some of the older CMMs, if you guys remember, you got the little boxes with the little check marks
Yep,
you got to make. And so
exactly.
it's like 7.5 degrees, 15 degrees, 22.5 degrees.
That's right.
Those are the degrees that you're locked into, and you can't check anything really efficiently if it's not on that angle. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. Like we have 40 holes here at
Yeah.
varying angles, 9-degree separation. With the old probe head, you couldn't get all those holes without running at least 2 or 3 times the program to get everything.
So it helps us really, be a more efficient programmer.
Exactly.
Right? Gotcha. So now one of the things with that, right? We have full 5-axis head movement, right? We got infinite angles or less than a degree,
Yep.
right? Approaching infinite, right? So that helps us, from my understanding, right? What does that give us in a benefit to respect to this space right here that we're checking parts?
That allows us to optimize the space of the CMM, getting around the part a lot more smoothly compared to with the old CMM,
Yeah.
where it comes out and then goes back in.
Well, and one thing they were talking about there at the SMX that I like, they talk about, not having to break down setups, right? Having the ability to, kind of multitask. So
Sure.
with this, we might be able to maybe sneak another part in there, something like that,
Yeah.
multiple setups.
We'd be able to, you see how long the space is on the CMM, so we're able to run another part in the back there, or maybe even side by side, giving enough space for the probe head.
Yeah. Oh, there's a nice little 5-axis move for the
There it
end.
is.
All right, so we have one more part to
Yes,
kind
we
of
do.
show off the dance moves of our head here, right?
That's right.
Okay. All right, so some of you guys might recognize this part right here. This is our Titanium King, all right, XL. And actually, if you go to the Academy, we actually have a video with Tyson showing you guys how to machine this part right here. Now, we're gonna do a little inspection on it.
That's right. Thank
Give
you
that
very much.
to you, sir.
All right. And right now it's just switching probe trees so that it allows for a longer stylus to get into some of these tricky angles here.
Yeah, and so I like that. I don't know if you guys can see, but we have a 6-station probe change right
Yes.
here, probe rack.
It has
right?
six
So, yeah,
six
go ahead.
different modules there. We have a standard force, medium force, a EM1 and EM2, a light force, and a 6-way.
So,
T20.
so definitely a lot of options to tackle the different nuances that you might run into in an inspection environment. Right?
That's right.
Very nice, very nice. So you ready?
Yes,
All
we're
right,
ready
let's
to go.
do it. Let's go. All right, I've seen that several times, and it still gives me a little bit of a heart attack seeing it rush towards that probe
Yep.
rack. What is our, so we have rapid speed on this, right? Roughly?
Yes, roughly about
600?
600 millimeters
Gotcha.
on there.
And so again, another little alignment.
Yep.
Little nice rotation right here. Now this is what I kind of like about this. We're not using really the machine movement, we're using head touch, right?
That's
You want
right.
to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the head touch there allows for it just to move the probe head without moving the big machine, all of the mass of it at least. And that allows for a faster inspection time, a faster calibration time. And
Yeah. Basically, we don't have to brake, right? We don't
right.
have to accelerate this big machine. We don't have to slow down this big machine.
And you can see that with the moves going around it very close to the part, and optimizing the movements and also optimizing the program timing too.
So we talk about optimizing the programming time. If we, if we're good programmers, looking at you guys, what kind of savings can we expect to see?
You can look at about 40 to 65%.
65%. No excuses. No excuses. All right, so here we go. Looks like we're checking the cone.
That's right.
I love that. I love that motion. I really do. So then we got the head touch coming around the top again. So let's see what else. Accuracy and repeatability, right? If we don't, it's nice to be efficient, but if we're not accurate, what are we really doing? So what are we talking about? Accuracy, repeatability.
You're looking at about 2.2 microns on there.
About 1/10 of a thou for you inch guys. I'm one too.
And when you increase the length, of course, you lose a little bit of accuracy, but we're
Yeah.
still looking about under 3 microns here.
Okay, very nice. I love that. How
Yeah.
it does that whole rotation. That's that A-axis tilt that you were talking about, right?
Yep.
Coming underneath.
And the max on this, instead of the other probe head, is 115 degrees. And you're able to get nice movements like that.
Nice little bow at the end right
That's
there. I
right.
like that. So that wraps up our small demonstration of the Krista Apex. We encourage you to check out Mitutoyo and also our site for more information. We hope to see you guys tomorrow. I'll actually be out on the floor with Jason to bring you some more metrology solutions from Mitutoyo. So we're going to wrap it up. But before we do, I think we have a guest maybe with a little giveaway.
Hey guys, sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
I didn't mean to interrupt. When you're
Welcome
done playing
inside.
with your computer robot measuring machine, do you mind if I talk to the people?
By all
Of course.
means, talk to
Thank you
people.
so much. Hey people, it's me again, Dave Burgundy, and I have been looking for high and low for something else to give away. Because why not? Let's give more stuff away. Can I give these away?
You can give those away.
I'll give these away. All right, look at what we have here. It's a beautiful orange rectangular box, and this could be yours. This rectangular box. That's the thing, right? It's a
100%.
Okay. Oh, there's a little black box inside the orange box. It's really two prizes is what this is. The orange box and then the black box inside of it. And there might be, now there's something inside of here too. Oh, this, I think it's a barbecue tool of some sort. Now, this is a caliper from Mitutoyo, and you can win one of these, and all you have to do is comment in the comments below and tag a friend who is always out of tolerance that needs one of these, and you'll both win. How about that? We'll give away 2 this time. So all you have to do is tag a friend and say, this guy cannot hold tolerance. And we're gonna give them one of these, and we're gonna give you one of these so you can both hold your tolerance. How does that sound? All right, now is the time to rag on your friends. And we're gonna go back over to Titan in a couple seconds so that he can show you more amazing machining on that Doosan.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Burgundy. You gotta love that guy. He cracks me up. So we're back at Tyson's machine. We're continuing to machine this incredible part with some complex tool paths. When you actually look at it, you can't really see it because we've turned on the through spindle high pressure coolant right there, because we just want to make sure that all the chips are getting evacuated and everything's like perfect, and it's running nice and smooth right here. At this time, I want to bring in Dylan, and he is from Mastercam. You guys know Dylan from the last Boombastic.
Hey, what's
What's
going
up,
on,
brother?
Titan? Good to be
How are
back.
you?
Good, thanks. Good.
Awesome, awesome. So we got everybody out here, and let's actually just have a talk a little bit about toolpaths. I mean, you can have all the material, you can have the CAD, but it's all about the CAM and programming those toolpaths so you can actually take advantage of a 9-axis machine. And Mastercam, you guys got some trick toolpaths.
Yeah, obviously we got a complex machine here. We got a complex part. We got intimidating tooling. I don't know where that drill went, but it's being passed around like it was Excalibur here. So how are we gonna program all that easily, efficiently, and safely? So that's going to be done in the Mastercam mill turn module. That's what we're going to use for these kinds of multitasking machines to lay out our programs in an easy and efficient manner. So that combines a lot of different parts into one module to enable things like that. We've got a lot of specialized tool paths for something like a mill turn machine. And then combined with that, we've got the complexity of the machine where we've got different streams. We've got a lower turret, we've got an upper head. They're all moving around simultaneously. If you're doing something like actually bar feeding, you've got the lower turret working on one half, maybe the sub, you've got the upper head working on the other side. So these parts are dancing around each other, and you need full machine simulation, the entire housing, all the axes, all the tooling to understand where those pieces are and keep everything nice and safe. And that's all done in the mill turn module.
Awesome. And another cool thing is multi-axis is actually, you guys got a good deal going on right now. What is it, 20% off?
20% off multi-axis.
Boom.
So, yeah, and that's in addition to the $160 Mastercam package available through Titans, where you're actually getting a full seat of Mastercam. You can post from it, and that's everything. That's the multi-axis, that's all the specialized paths. So take a look at that, take advantage of that deal to get into Mastercam and kit cutting.
Yeah, this is a limited time only, and Mastercam is just serving our industry. So as Dylan said, it's $160. You can post with it. You can do multi-axis with it. You can do everything. And you can go right on to our academy, and you can go down to Mastercam and go through the building blocks, through the rocket, and you can literally teach yourself how to program by going through these tutorials. So $160 and no more excuses saying, oh, they're not teaching me, I'm not learning. If you want to rise up in this trade, get that software, and at home go through our academy and take your skills to the highest level. I'm gonna actually talk to my son Tyson. What's up, Tyson?
Hey.
How are you?
Doing good.
So I love that. You can the coolant, we got it all nice, blasting those chips out of there. But nice rumble right there going on in the background. And I want to just take a couple minutes. You guys think you guys can actually walk over and actually talk about the tool path that you're doing and a little bit about programming this part, and just talk right and give them some skills.
Yeah,
All right?
absolutely.
So I'm going to step away and then boom, take it away.
All right. Yeah, so let's go over to the computer and we'll walk down these tool paths. So we start this off pretty simple with the lathe face and the lathe drill, but then right away we get into some of the more complex stuff that's only in this mill turn module. So we're starting off with a pinch turn path, pinch turn main and pinch turn associated here in this case, to remove the bulk of this material off of the part in the turning operations before we get into milling. So what is pinch turning? That's when we're coming in simultaneously with a turning tool in the lower turret and a turning tool in the upper head and pinching the part and taking material off on both sides at once. And there's two main reasons to do that. The first reason you might do that is if you had, say, a long, skinny part and you were trying to take an aggressive cut with a single tool, you might get deflection in that part or in that stock. And with pinch turning, you're equalizing those forces. You're coming in from both sides, and you can actually take a heavier cut and not worry about that deflection. Now, obviously, that's not a problem with this part here. We've got a lot of stock here. That's not going to deflect. So that's where we come to the second reason to use it, is we're doing twice as much turning in the same amount of cycle time. So really awesome path there. And then that pretty much finishes up our turning on this part, and we can go right into milling. This is a pretty milling heavy part. So this is what we had left from the lathe paths. We had some grooving there in the center, and then we had our pinch turning that took the bulk of the material off the front side, and we're going to jump right into the multi-axis head stuff.
And that was really easy to make. I was able to just click on the stock model operation, and I told it just calculate the material after all of the lathe operations and generated that. And then
Yeah, and so we get a visual right on the screen here. This is, the green is what's left with stock, and we can directly utilize this in the following multi-axis paths to cut down on airtime and zero in on just what we want to cut in between these blades.
I actually was using, like, after like the milling operations, I'd actually generate the stock model just so I could see like how the part would look after, like get a good visual of how the part would look.
Yeah, and that's an excellent way to utilize these kinds of stock models. So the first path we've got here is another kind of specialized path. It's a blade expert path. And that is doing the bulk of our roughing around these 10 airfoil blades that are on this front diameter of this part. And if we look at this geometry, before we even open up this path, this is pretty complex. You know, we've got a radiused floor, we've got these airfoil shapes, and that might wrap around and cause issues for just 3-axis roughing. If we were doing 3+2 positional, we couldn't get all that material out with a single positional path. We've got large floor fillets here. So Blade Expert, what this is this is a path that is kind of specialized to automate some of the programming for these airfoil shapes. So if we walk through the setup of a Blade Expert path here, we're feeding it the stock, which is after our lathe operations. And then in cut pattern, we've got just a few choices here. There's not much that we have to fool with on this page. So we could rough, we could finish the blade, the hub, or the fillet. So this is really targeting, you know, these blades on a hub shapes, impeller shapes, anything with repeating airfoils around, patterned around a part. And then our part definition here, super simple. It's just a single hub floor. And then we're defining the blades, splitters, fillets here, which is just 16 surfaces. We're giving it 2 blades so it understands the gap in between them. And then we're patterning the rest of the part around. We have 10 segments here. Really simplified part definition, tool axis control, and this is kind of an automated method of generation. So what that gives us, and I've just dirtied up the path so we can't see. Let's reopen this part.
The simulator open.
So let's jump back into that part because I want to see the actual Blade Expert path here. Again, we're going for automation here. So this Blade Expert path is literally like 2-3 minutes to set up. And the inputs are very basic. And what you get out of that is a whole lot of roughing to do this entire part. Now, if we wanted a little more efficiency, we could go into a multi-axis pocketing path and do more dynamic style motion, so constant cutter engagement here. Here we're going really aggressive with this Blade Expert. We're full slotting and we're doing this all in 2 depth cuts, the entire thing. So to showcase the other side of this, if we wanted more efficiency, a little more programming time, we can jump down to a multi-axis pocketing path here. And we've targeted a single blade to rest rough. And what we're doing is we're actually rest roughing against, we made this little pie slice stock model so we could kind of zero in on this programming here. And now we've got more dynamic style motion where we're efficiently engaging and coming off that material in a very controlled manner for the rest roughing, again with this 1/2-inch ball end mill. So this is a little more setup, but it gets us benefits in terms of tool motion. If we were to try to do this over the entire hub, it'd be a lot more work than the Blade Expert. So this is the kind of trade-off that you have the choice for. I think one of the cool things I also want to go over here is for those of you that are looking at this and you've been using Mastercam Lathe and you're wondering what mill turn's all about, you're probably wondering, like, how do you set up the planes for this, right? This is a lot of 3+2 and multi-axis work. That seems like a lot of work to manage these planes, and mill turn has some special tools for that. So for most of this, we're actually deriving the planes to use for machining off of the geometry we've selected. So mill turn is automatically creating those planes for us in the background and aligning the machine correctly to the work plane so we don't have to worry about that. If we look in the planes manager, a lot of these are just auto-created planes that occurred as soon as we generated the actual toolpath with the setup in the toolpath parameters. So if we look at this OptiRest and we look at the setup here, we've got some basic checkboxes in terms of align with machine, maintain spindle origin, to let that toolpath know how it should generate.
Then there's also things like I have an angled drill in this part where I just generated the tool plane just by clicking on derived from geometry, and it angles the drill properly based on the hole that's on the part.
Yeah, so we have this hole here that's actually breaking out into an angled face. So we couldn't even easily make a plane on that face to set it up, but because we're picking the hole as geometry, we already know the plane, and Milturn is going to take that and create it in the background so you don't have to worry about it.
And then one of the things I really like about Mastercam, just Mastercam in general, working on this part, I was able to basically split it off into sections. So like I'd program just, one face or one pocket, and then I'd use the transform toolpath function to tell it how many times around the part to take that feature, and basically it'll rotate, it'll copy that program and rotate it so that I can do it on multiple sides of the part. So basically I only have to program one little section, and then Mastercam does the rest of the work. So as long as my part's symmetrical all the way around.
Yeah, we've got an easy workload here because everything's actually patterned around this part. But again, if this weren't, we could go in and create those operations and let Milturn figure out the planes for us for the most part. So on this part, we've got it easy in terms of we get done with the turning and then we go right into the milling, so we don't have a lot to deal with simultaneous upper stream, lower stream choices, but we always have the ability to sync that within Code Manager and kind of basically manage how all these pieces are moving together in the background. Now this part, it's a single part, single piece of stock, so when we actually set up this job, that's what we're telling Milturn is our setup here. We've got a single piece of stock that we're going to pick off at one point and bring to the sub. And the choices here, we could actually select continuous bar stock with an actual cutoff operation and then a pull or a feed, two separate parts in the main and the sub. And what this is going to do is kind of automate our programming down the line and figure that all out for us. If we did have multiple streams moving at once, we've got all sorts of different options to handle this at the toolpath level in terms of turret parks and turret moves, and then also at the syncing level when we actually post this code and we have to sync up the operations. So Tyson, I don't know if you wanted to actually post a little bit of this and then show us how you would sync your operations.
Let me,
So what we're doing here when we're posting code is we're actually going to post some intermediate code and then go into Code Expert. And this is where we're going to manage our machine syncs and determine where we line up those upper and lower streams in this machine. And then after that, then we've determined exactly what our program is going to be top to bottom, and we can launch into the full-blown machine simulation and check that the changes we made to the syncs will still clear on all these components on the machine itself. And in this case, we have a fully modeled machine, we have fully modeled holders, everything is in here, so we can, with confidence, go from machine simulation to cycle start on the machine.
And that's been a really big help with the multi-axis machine, is being able to model the holders and being able to double check my clearances, because there's a lot of, with the two streams of code that I have to run, there's a lot of clearances and things I need to watch out for.
Specifically with some of the B-axis head motion in this, I see the B-axis really leaning over, and the clearances to chuck jaws and other machine components get pretty tight. So to be able to see that in machine simulation first, super important to make sure I'm not going to hit a jaw or anything when I'm doing this multi-axis motion.
So I have a few of the operations posted here. And then, as Dylan mentioned, syncing them, I can basically time two of the I can time the upper stream to the lower stream so it only runs at a certain, like when it reaches a certain point. So for this one, I can say after it faces, we'll start the pinch turning operation. And then after the pinch turning operation, we'll go down and we'll say to start, I'll drag it to the start of the grooving operation. And then after the grooving operation is done, we'll drag it to the start of the blade expert operation. And then that's pretty much where all my milling starts after that.
So sync-wise, this is pretty simple. And if this were any more complex, right, we could also save these syncs so they're associated with those operations. We only do this once when we post all these operations, and then those states are saved. So when we go to post this again, if we make changes, those syncs still remain. We also have a lot of options we can toggle with each individual operation at this stage in terms of plane rotation, G-codes, and such in the background.
Coolant controls, G-codes, things involving the B-axis, and then you also have your retracts here, so we can tell it to go home after the tool or only home in X if for some reason we have clearance issues.
So this is where we have really granular control of the machine motion and the toolpath functionality if we need it in these drop downs, but otherwise we can leave that alone and continue on.
Should I play the...
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Awesome. Boom.
Yeah.
These guys are amazing. Amazing software. And Tice, the machine.
Yeah.
Still just
Running good.
running. That Harvey TE is making it happen. And boom, killing it. Super good. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
brother.
thanks, Tyson.
Awesome. All right, so
I'll step over here.
we're gonna keep running the part. And as I stated before, we actually put the high pressure coolant to get all the chips out of there. So you can't see much, but we're gonna basically take this entire video later and we're gonna put it out on YouTube. We're gonna show the entire process, and then we're gonna show you all the depths of cuts, the axial, the radial. We're gonna show you everything, speed, surface foot, all of it, and give you guys that information and show you the finished part, all the finishing, everything. And I'm excited because tomorrow we have an amazing demonstration also. My man Stuart, he's on the DVF 5000 doing some crazy roughing, doing some crazy finishing on the Titan 40M project. It's an awesome part, just with a lot of trick geometry. So he's actually gonna come in, do some different ports on the outside, do some full simultaneous milling, and he's gonna do it fast and efficient. It's gonna be awesome, all right? So right before we end, again, we're gonna bring deals. Remember, Mastercam 20% off, and we got the $160 like crazy software that you guys can buy for $160. Boom. And Mr. Dave Burgundy, I love this guy. See, I get hyped when he comes, man. What's up, man?
Hey, buddy, how's
How
it
you
going?
doing?
Man,
Good. More deals.
What an episode.
Crazy.
This has been incredible. The machine keeps running, the metal
Boom.
keeps cutting, and the cutter keeps cutting said metal.
That's it, man.
All right, let's get a couple
baby.
deals.
Boom.
Beautiful. All right, so a couple things we didn't get to last time. Now, we were in there with the Michitoyo boys, and I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you about the deals they have. Now, that big robot electric guy that was measuring things, he's 15% off, and that's a Krista EX 5-axis CMM. They're also doing over $12,000 off the MyStar 555 shop floor CMM, and over $9,000 off that QI C2010D that I am so familiar with, the Quick Image, that is over there as well. Also up to 35% off their precision tools and instruments. Now, you heard from LNS earlier, and what they're doing is the buy one, get one half off on all of the mist collection you need. Mystical mist, mist from the ocean, mist from the forest. It will collect it all, and it will deposit it into a beautiful chalice. Chalice of power. That's what I drink from every morning. Did you know that? The chalice of power, filled by the LNS mist collector that I got for free, because I work here. But you can get one, buy one, get one, 50% off on all of the mist collectors, and get a free premium accessory kit. And they're doing the free spray cabin giveaway. and I'm looking forward to trying to enter and win that myself. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention once again the Kennametal Tooling gift cards. 50% off on our site at store.titansofcnc.com. Now, as we wrap up, I have to tell you about our winners. Now, there is, for the toolkit winner, are we allowed to go over to the toolkits? Can we do that? Is it okay? Excellent, let's go. Join me, friends. These toolkits, one of you has won. The person whose name is on this card has won a toolkit, and you get to choose. One gentleman by the name of Lionel Bogart just bogarted one of these kits from you guys. He won and you didn't. Congratulate him in the comments because he bogarted these from you. His name is Lionel Bogart, and that's what he does, and you can show him some love in the comments. Now, the other giveaway that we have from Michitoyo, the cool barbecue tool set. Again, it's a calipers, and I keep forgetting that, and they're gonna dock my pay. I'm pretty sure I might not have a job tomorrow, but let's find out. So, the winner of that is, and now you guys, I gotta tell you before I tell you this name, when I said, tell me in the comments who can't hold tolerance, immediately you threw each other under the bus. And that's what I like to see. I like to see friends who love friends enough to talk trash about them. So good job on you. Millions of comments. Bob can't hold tolerance. Dave can't hold tolerance. Jim can't hold tolerance. Susie can't hold tolerance. Now, all of you need to get these Michitoyo calipers if you can't hold those tolerances, but the person who won is Gabe Hosen. And I do believe he's related to Lederhosen. That's a joke. Play on words. I'm something of a wordsmith. I don't know if you've noticed throughout the show, but I tend to turn a phrase. Gabe Hosen, you won, and you tagged your friend Jacob Barakoff. Some kind of pasta, lasagna of some sort. Barakoff, beautiful sauce. Mushrooms, creamy, very delicious. Gabe Hosen and Jacob Barakoff, you are the winners. We will be in contact. And now, what I'm going to do is throw you back over to Titan. We are done. This is the end of the second episode. There are 4 episodes left. There are chances to win every episode. Tune in with us. I want to save you money, and I want to make it so you spend less money. Excellent. Here's Titan.
Boom. We are helping you make money, compete in this industry, bringing free education, bringing entertainment, and Mr. Dave Burgundy, is helping you spend less of that money so you can go on vacation and buy houses and make it happen. And boom, my son Tyson. Tyson.
What's up?
What's up, man? So, Tice, crazy part.
Yep.
Long day, right? 2 episodes. We have 4 more episodes to go tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, and 2 episodes per day. But he gets to just chill and finish off this part. We're gonna run it on camera. We're gonna show it on YouTube. It's gonna be great, and proud of you, man.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of you guys know Tyson. You know, at the beginning, didn't want to work at the shop.
No,
But
now I'm running 5-axis parts.
5-axis parts, 14 years in, teaching the trade to all the people out there. If you guys want to learn lathe, you want to learn the rocket, Tyson is the teacher on that. And there's kids all over the world, machinists all over the world that love this guy. I love this guy, nicest guy ever. And really proud of you today.
Thanks.
You killed it, man.
Thank you.
So tomorrow, join us for episode 3. I love you guys. We love the trade. And boom, we are out.